It's today! Is it here? Wow! Hey guys, you'll never believe what I got in the mail. An Elgato Game Capture. It's this cool little capture card that'll allow me to live stream console games, which is really awesome. But you know what's even more awesome? This means I'm finally able to record Wii U games. How awesome is that? Well, I mean, games that don't, use the Wii U gamepad too heavily, because, they haven't come out with a thing that lets you record the gamepad screen in good quality yet, so, might have to wait a little bit on that, but, still, it's a pretty good deal if I do say so myself. Man, you know what? This deserves a celebration. I think I'm gonna play a Wii U game right now. But, what game do I play, though? Well, I think the only one we're gonna answer that question is go have a look. Alright, so, oh, wait, these are the PlayStation 2 games. Alright, so let's see. No, maybe later. Hey! Lego City Undercover! Oh man, I was so excited when this game was announced. Let's review this one. I suppose before we jump into this game, I should probably talk a little bit about my history of the LEGO games. And let me start by saying that I absolutely love them. LEGO Star Wars 2 was the first LEGO game I played, and I thought it was pretty good. I don't think it was the best one, but I remember enjoying it. And of course, I eventually got other LEGO games as time went on. LEGO Indiana Jones was probably my favorite one. I really liked the booby traps and puzzles and that sense of adventure that it had. Yeah, hit him with that shovel, Indy! Hit him! Hit him! Hit him! However, after playing the LEGO Batman game, I kinda stopped getting them. Now why is that? Well, it may have something to do with the fact that they started making LEGO games of movies that I really didn't care for. Except maybe Pirates of the Caribbean, but I didn't have a PS3 at the time, so... They started doing Harry Potter, which I really didn't care for, and they also did Lord of the Rings, which I am starting to gain an interest for, but I want to see the films before I play the game. Ever since then, I just sort of stopped caring for the LEGO games. I didn't get a PS3 until much later, so the series just sort of drifted from memory. That is, until this game was announced. Let me tell you, the minute I saw gameplay for this game, I was immediately hooked. It was nice to see these guys finally branch off and try something new for a change. Finally, an open-world, free-roaming, 3D platformer LEGO game. It's my three favorite things mixed into one whole game. And to top it all off, this game isn't based off of another franchise at all. It's not based off of any movies, it's not based on a show, it's not based on anything. This is their own story with their own characters, so they have the freedom to do whatever the heck they want. But the question is this game as good as the trailers made it out to be? Well, if you want the short answer, yes. Yes, it was. Okay, I know you guys didn't come here for the short answer. Let's just go ahead and pop this game in and see if it really is that good. It's weird. Why is my screen all black? That's a bummer. I guess I can't play this game for you guys. Sorry, I guess my Wii U bit dust already. It's pretty disappointing. Well, oh well. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys. Hey, wait a second. Here's the problem. There. Now we're ready to play this game. So the game begins with copyrighted music! Quick, change it to something else!
It's been 2 years since I was sent away. But it made me a better cop. A smarter, faster cop.
This fine gentleman, who is clearly way too close to the screen, is Chase McCain, a police officer who was sent away to police camp or something for 2 whole years and is now returning to his home of Lego City. After docking the ship into the harbor in the smoothest way possible,
My love will go on!
Chase steps off of the boat and meets up with Mayor Gleason. Interesting name. So they have a nice, relaxing talk about
Rex Fury has escaped and is at large in Lego City. Find Rex Fury and bring him to justice. Again.
Well, that escalated quickly. So with this info in mind, we make our way to the police station where we meet the rest of the main characters. First, we have Frank Honey, who's going to be the classic goofball of this game.
Okay.
My thoughts exactly, Chase. You also have Natalia, Chase's love interest, Chief Dunby, the stereotypical police chief who doesn't want any rookies on the squad! My gosh! And finally, there's Ellie, who runs the evidence locker and helps out Chase whenever she can. Oh yeah, and she has a southern accent.
This is a police communicator.
Police communicator?
Police communicator.
Police communicator?
Police communicator.
So we go through some tutorial stuff and then head for the briefing room to learn more about Rex.
Natalia's testimony enabled us to arrest Rex. He tried getting away, but foolishly chose a lawnmower as his escape vehicle. His other mistake was in doubting the ability of the man who finally arrested him! Me!
God! Okay, seriously, chill out with the close-ups, guys. I know you're doing it to make things seem more dramatic, but it doesn't make it more dramatic. It just makes the scene very, very uncomfortable. I mean, how would you feel if I filmed all my live-action shots like this? Hey guys, let's take the shortcut down this path. Whoa! We see that there's a bank robbery in progress, so all the police officers head out to stop the clown robbers from— wait, what?
Huh?
And this is when the game officially starts up. Like I said before, this game is a 3D open-world platformer. Chase controls just like how all the other LEGO characters controlled in the past. You got your normal LEGO punch, and you still have this pathetic excuse for a double jump. However, Chase has a few other abilities up his sleeve. For one, he can equip different costumes which will give him different abilities, like using a grapple hook, opening safes, doing this. He can also use his
Police communicator.
to help him with his tasks. All of the functions of the communicator is linked to the Wii U Game Capture screen. Most of the time your map will be on the screen, but you can also use it to get a hint from Ellie over and over and over.
How did your training session at the dojo go then, Chase?
Oh, I haven't got around to it yet.
If you're having trouble finding the dojo, Chase, then it's that giant building which looks like a dojo.
As well as scan for things like these robbers who are hiding. There's also one other thing you can scan for, but I'll get to that in a minute. One function that isn't linked to the gamepad screen, however, is the ability to look for clues. Look at that. Pretty cool, huh? Kinda reminds me of another game that did something similar to this. And by similar, I of course mean the exact same thing.
Everyone, can I get your attention? Is anyone here a bank robbing clown?
I'm a clown robber. So we bust all the clown robbers and head back to the police station. That is until Ellie tells us that there's a pretty nasty traffic jam to take care of. So we handle the situation and then— wait, what's this? Natalia? Man, you get around fast. I swear I've been seeing you everywhere today. Normally I've seen you there and there and there. So after that, Ellie informs us that some robbers were detected on the rooftops. Oh man, that sounds serious. We better head there right away.
This is an emergency. Uh-oh.
So we get a grapple gun from this guy and make our way to the crooks. When we reach the top of the roof, we start our first special assignment. These are basically like the normal levels that you would see in past LEGO games. You know, the more linear, straightforward kind of levels, where the path is set for you. But that's not all. This level is when we're introduced to the best mechanic in the entire game. It's a mechanic called free run, and, well, just watch. Oh yeah! These free running segments are by far the best parts of the game. Not only are they used in the special assignments, but they're also used in the city, which makes exploring even more fun. There's even some time trial portions you can unlock to see how quickly you can get to an end of a segment. Basically how free run works is whenever you come across these white and blue bricks, pressing B near them will make Chase do something cool to get you past that area. These range from wall running, to pole swinging, to Sly Cooper walking, and more. And it's so much fun. I feel like this special assignment is when the game starts to get really good. The level itself is really exciting and action-y. Yeah, that's a word now. So after we stop the robbers, we head to the prison that Rex Fury was locked away in to see if we can learn more about... Guess the TV's busted. Well, there's too much stuff in the way, so I can't look back there to see what the problem is, so... I guess there's really one other option.
Yeah.
TV's broken.
Oh.
Fix it.
Okay. There.
Thanks. Alright. So, Chase heads for the prison that Rex was locked up in to look for clues and discovers that the tool he used to escape came from the mines. So we head back to the city and then this happens. You okay there, Ellie?
Hey,
Hello.
Chase.
Ellie tells us that there's apparently a witness at the mines, which gives us even more of a reason to go there. So we enter the mines, solve some puzzles, defeat some bad guys, and oh no, don't tell me they're doing this. Oh boy, okay. Let me explain what these are first. This is a super build zone. You use these things to build various things to help you advance through the game. The catch is, though, you need to have enough super bricks in order to use them. Remember when I said there was one other thing you could scan for with your communicator? Well, this is that other thing. You can use your police scanner to find hidden super bricks throughout the city. Super bricks are rare. In fact, they're so rare that you can literally find them every 5 steps you take. There are different ways you can get super bricks. Sometimes you'll need to use free run to get to them, sometimes you need a certain costume to get to them, sometimes you need to control a vehicle, and so on. Throughout the city, you'll find these super builds. Most of them appear to be optional, but sometimes you will have to use them in order to advance. And that's fine, if you're in the city. But whenever they pop up in a level, that's when it starts to become a problem. And I'll explain more on that in a second. No, trust me, you're literally gonna see why this is an issue in the very next level of the game. So through a tape recording, we learn that Rex has kidnapped the witness. So we head out of the mines, and that's when we come face to face with... Rex Fury! Who's... shirtless, for some reason. Alright, here we go. The epic showdown between Chase McCain and Rex Fury! When Chase wakes up, Natalia and this guy named Duke Huckleberry are standing there waiting for him. And we also learn a shocking discovery.
Her daddy's gone missing.
Oh my god!
So in order to save her dad, we must first learn how to fight better, because... yeah. So Duke hands us a coupon for a dojo so we can see the sensei there, because...
He knows Kung Fu.
So we go to the dojo after finishing a super build, only to be greeted with another super build and a special assignment. And guess what? I don't have enough super bricks. I used up all of them to build the bricks that I need to get to this area in the first place. There's one super brick you can get here, but it's not enough. Now, granted, I did find out that you can just leave the level and come back and get the same super brick over and over and over, but I didn't know that at the time. I just assumed that once you collected it, that was it. So in order to get the super bricks I needed, I had to leave the level that I was currently playing and come back when I had enough super bricks to advance. Do you see why this is a problem? Now, this may not seem like a big deal since the super build was right at the very start of the level, but put this into perspective. Imagine if I ran into the same problem on the mine level. The super build doesn't show up until the final third of the level. If I didn't have enough super bricks at that point, I would have to exit the level, get the super bricks I needed, then I would need to play the entire level over again to get back to where I was. I get what they were going for here. I really do. They're trying to go for that classic Nintendo 64 and PlayStation 2 platformer feel, where you need to collect a certain amount of an item in order to progress. And there's nothing wrong with that. But here's the thing. Whenever you did run into something that required you to have a certain amount of an item to get past it, it would always appear before the level actually starts. It would never happen in the middle of the level. You never ran into a situation where you were forced to leave the level to get more of that item. If you did do that, it wouldn't feel natural. It would break the flow of the gameplay. If you're having to go back and get something you need when a level is already in progress, that's breaking the flow of the gameplay. But anyways, we go to the dojo and learn Kung Fu.
Welcome to Learn Kung Fu while you sleep. Relax. You are now completely relaxed. The end.
Best $5 I ever spent. Jeez, what's with all the electrical problems going on here? Where's all my save data? What? Ugh, you gotta be kidding. I guess that random short circuit corrupted all my save data. That stinks. I was so far into the game, too. Well, I guess I still need to finish this review, so I guess that it's a good thing that I backed up my save data. Yeah. Let's get back into the game. So we learned that a gang has kidnapped Frank, so we save him through a pretty fun chase sequence. We learned that the gang works for a guy named Chan, and Chase suspects that he might be linked to Rex in some sort of way. So we go undercover and pretend that we're working for the bad guys. From here, a long series of events happens. We pretend we're working for Chan, as well as this clown.
Hey, you must be Chase.
And we do some jobs for them in hopes of getting more information on Rex Fury. Most of these jobs consist of stealing a vehicle and driving off with it, or driving someone somewhere. We even helped this guy out named Blackwell a couple of times.
Farewell, Chase McCain. I'm sure we will meet again.
Yeah, he doesn't sound suspicious at all. Now, as I said before, we do a lot of jobs for Chan and Vinny. See this? Yeah, this is what they make you do most of the time. Well, okay, that's an exaggeration. They do send you on these special assignment missions as well, but most, if not all, the special assignments are usually followed by this, a chase sequence. And that's not too bad. The chases are pretty fun, but if you're like me and you marathon huge chunks of this game daily until you beat it, these chases start to get really repetitive after a while. I mean, you can't add some more variety to these open world free roaming story missions, just chase sequences half the time. Again, these sections are at least fun, so it's not that big of an issue, but still, a little more variety would have been nice. So after doing some jobs, we eventually get a call from Natalia. She's been doing some investigating of her own, and it led her right to Chan's salvage yard. And then she gets kidnapped! So Chase tells Ellie to send backup so he can rescue her. And because of the urgency of the situation, I'm sure Ellie will send the toughest and most skilled police officers in Lego City. Oh gosh, no. Well, hey, you know the old saying, don't judge a book by its cover. Sure, they look ridiculous, but maybe they'll prove to be quite helpful. Or maybe they'll just stand there and do absolutely nothing. Guys, I'm kinda outnumbered. You maybe wanna jump in and help me out a bit? Hello? Guys?
Good luck getting over the grinder!
That actually wasn't that difficult. So we eventually find Natalia and we get her out of the salvage yard safely.
He made me eat ice cream.
Oh no, that's awful. After that ordeal, Chase asks Natalia to stay out of the case so that she doesn't get hurt. And with her being kidnapped by those dastardly thugs, I'm sure she'll be way more careful in the future.
Chase?
Yes?
Help!
Really? Really, Natalia? You've already gotten kidnapped again? Well, however it happened, I'm sure it's not as bad as the first time, and...
Help! Help!
What? How on earth did she get up there? I mean, there's no free-running areas leading up there, so how'd she even get up there? It's impossible. Even Chase is all like...
There's no way to climb up there.
The only way to get there is to glide there using Chase's magical chicken with super strength. So unless she somehow had that, it's literally impossible for her to get up there. And instead of calling the helicopter to help us escape, she just stands there and watches me fight these guys when the control panels to summon the helicopter is right behind her. She just stands there, looking at her purse and plays with the shot. What the Oompa Loompa? So once we take Natalia to safety, again, Chase decides to tell Vinny to see what he's up to. And wouldn't you know it, he's been working for Rex the whole time. Rex tells him that he needs Vinny to do another job, but old Vinny says he's had enough. And because of this, Rex has his goons lock him up in a freezer so he can freeze to death. But Chase is here to save the day. So let's fight these bad guys and get Vinny out of there. And while we do that, why not talk about the combat system? Yes, I'm waiting this late in the review to talk about the combat system, sue me, alright? To attack, you just press the Y button near an enemy and Chase will do this! Whee! Woo! Whee! 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 Yeah, the fighting in this game isn't too exciting, to be honest. It's kinda disappointing, really. I was kinda hoping that when we went to the dojo, we would learn some new fighting moves to make combat a little more exciting. Actually, he does know some new moves. Instead of throwing enemies to the ground and handcuffing them, now you can lift enemies over your head. And then throw them and handcuff them. Riveting. You also have a counterattack, which makes me think they were trying to go for a Batman Arkham approach, but it's nowhere close. All of the fighting in this game, except for the final boss, just consists of throwing it back over here and handcuff them. Then throw it back over there and handcuff them. It gets kinda boring after a while. Thankfully though, fighting isn't the main focus of the game. But anyways, we free Vinny, find one of the thugs, and try to get him to tell us where Rex is.
I think I know how to make him talk. Eat some more!
Oh yeah, that's so delicious. Whoa, is that the blueberry and pomegranate ice cream? Oh, that stuff is amazing. Oh wow, that is going straight to my hips.
I don't get it. Well, why is ice cream the #1 torture method in this universe? Oh, that's why. Ooh. All this ice cream talk is making me hungry. Be right back. I'm gonna go get a quick snack. Alright. Now then. Back to the review. So we learned that Rex's goons are going to steal a crane from the construction zone so they can steal a telescope from the observatory. They need the telescope because... I have no idea. To be honest, I think they only made us go to the construction yard so they could do the funny parody with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Except instead of it being funny, it's just incredibly annoying.
You look like a girly man. Oh, who built that wall there? Don't you know how to use an elevator? What's the matter? Can't you bash open a door? Find the parts!
Oh my gosh, shut up!
Put the fire out! Wait a second. Why is the building even on fire?
Okay, that was actually pretty funny. So we steal the crane, get the telescope, and head for Rex's secret base. When we arrive, we finally find Natalia's dad, Professor Kowalski, and we also learn the true mastermind behind it all.
My dear Professor Kowalski.
Forrest Blackwell.
Forrest Blackwell?
Oh. What? Oh man, I totally didn't see that coming. Oh man, what a twist, dude. Oh man. He needs the professor so he can get the password to a top secret invention. But Kowalski isn't budging, so Blackwell decides to do a bit of persuading.
Dad!
Oh come on! That's the 3rd time today! Jeez, Talia, I think you need to take some self-defense classes or something. I mean, my gosh, not even Princess Peach gets kidnapped as often as you do. So of course, he tells him the password to the machine. We save the professor and head for Blackwell's mansion to see what exactly he's planning. Apparently that password was for a force field that he plans to use on his rocket. He hates the people of Lego City for denying him of tearing down trees to build a blah blah blah. We've heard this environmental message many times before. So because of this, he wants to live on the moon where he'll be free to build whatever he wants. But not before getting revenge on Lego City by burning it to a crisp with his rocket. Which, admittedly, is very clearly disguised as his tower. I'll admit, that's actually pretty cool. So in order to save Lego City, we get some more force fields from the professor's lab, so we can place them around the rocket to prevent Lego City from getting burned down.
Drive faster! This is a matter of life and, you know, the other thing.
Death. Life and death. You can say the word death in a kid's game, guys. It's not like an inappropriate word that kids shouldn't know the meaning of. You can say the word death. I honestly don't get why some kids' shows or games try to censor out the word death. Kinda ridiculous, if you ask me. So we turn the force fields on and save Lego City. But we're not quite done yet because, of course, Natalia is on the rocket. So we fly to the rocket and prepare for the final battle. Not only is this the first boss of the game, but it's also the only boss. Which, for a guy like me who really likes boss battles, is kinda disappointing. But the boss itself is pretty cool. We're fighting Rex with these robots, as you can see. We go all Super Mario 64 on him, then we duke it out on foot as the spaceship slowly begins to fall apart around us, and then after the fight, we get the most epic finale to a Lego game ever, with the most epic music ever. Kick it! best ending ever. So this part of the ship has a parachute, but what about the other bits of the ship?
The debris splashed down at sea, Marion.
Really? All of the other pieces just conveniently fell in the ocean, and this one piece is the only one that made it on land? Well, then again, I guess this happy ending would kinda be ruined if this ended up happening. It's another beautiful day here in Lego City.
Rex! Rex isn't a problem. He crashed headfirst through someone's roof 10 minutes ago.
Hey, Rex, you don't look very flushed with success.
Oh gosh, that joke was awful. Comedy was doing so good up until that point. Well, I guess there's also... yeah. And so, Rex gets locked up, Blackwell's still at large, perhaps setting up for a sequel? Maybe? And Lego City is safe. And that's Lego City Undercover. What do I think of it? I really liked it. This was a fun game. The missions are fun, the city is huge, the graphics are really nice, and the story, although it can be predictable at some points, was still very entertaining. The cutscenes were absolutely hilarious. I haven't even shown you guys half of the really funny moments. And there's a lot of stuff to do. And I mean a lot. You wanna know how much stuff there is to do in this game? I went through the entire story, only went for the optional stuff like super bricks when I needed them, beat the final boss, and according to my save file, I've only done 18% of what this game has to offer. 18%. There's still so much stuff to do, like exploring the city to find the remaining super bricks, unlocking new characters to play as, unlocking new vehicles, time trials, finding gold bricks, so much stuff. The only issues I have with this game is that the combat felt a bit stale, the overuse of chase sequences can feel repetitive after a while, and the placement of some super build zones and special assignments can create a huge problem of forcing you to leave the level, then replaying the whole level from the beginning once you have enough super bricks. And did I mention the loading times yet? Oh yeah, don't think I was gonna skip that issue completely. Every single person who's played this game has complained about the loading times. I get that it's a big city and has a lot of stuff to load, but I've played open world games with areas just as large, if not larger than this game, and they don't take anywhere as long to load. But other than that, this game is great. If you have a Wii U, definitely check this game out. Well, there we go. The very first Wii U game I've ever done on this channel. What an amazing game to start out with, and you know, even though it's not selling too well right now, I still think the Wii U is a great system and that more people should check it out instead of thinking that it's an add-on to the Wii U. Clearly it's not! Sorry. I had a lot of fun making this video for you guys, and I look forward to making even more Wii U game videos in the future. I really enjoyed playing this game for you guys, and as long as I'm still able to make videos, you can expect even more videos of Wii U games in the future. So with that said, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. See you later, everyone. As long as I'm still able to make videos, you can expect even more videos of Wii U games in the future. As long as I'm still able to make videos,